Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am CS the Viking Gamer, and today we're going to be painting some Chaos Raptors, Black Legion style. Today we're going to be using Balthazar Gold, Auric Armor Gold, Abaddon Black, Lead Belcher, and then for contrast paints we're going to use Basilicum Gray, Snakebite Leather, and Agrax Dunes. Now this model has a plasma pistol, so we're going to do a plasma effect using Telazar Blue and Stormhost Silver. And then when everything is done, we're going to shade it with Null Oil and Agrax Earthshade.
We start things off with Abaddon Black. Now, same as all the other Black Legion models, this is going to be the predominant color throughout the entire paint scheme. And again, we're being a little bit cautious, but not overly so, to avoid some of the detail areas. Because once again, most of the paints for the details is going to be layer paints, and those will paint over other paints without any real issue. And while that's drying, we're going to hit up the base with Agrax Dunes. And then all the stonework with Basilicum Gray. So now we begin the second largest portion of the model, which is using Auric Armor Gold to hit up all the detail sections. This is the most time-consuming part of the entire model because of how many details there are that need to be touched up in gold. As you can see, there's a lot of details on this model, and they really do take a lot of time to go over, but it's really worth it at the end. Now that we're done with most of the gold, we do a little bit of touch-ups in Abaddon Black. And now, this one shoulder pad, since this guy's going to be a squad leader, do in Flesh Terror's Red, just to kind of help him stand out amongst his squad. And now, Lead Belcher to touch up a lot of the silver sections of the model. So we're going to do his plasma pistol, as well as the insides of both hands, and kind of any point on the model that looks like it's going to be the outer sheathing for any kind of conduit. And then we're also going to hit up several sections on the jetpack itself. And now we're going to use Basilicum Gray to touch up the sword itself. This will give it that nice aged look. And some Talazar Blue on the inside of the ridges on the plasma pistol. And then a quick touch up on the leather harness using Wraithbone. So now we're going to go into the Balthazar Gold, excuse me. This is going to be a lot of the sections of the jetpack, kind of anything with teeth on the jetpack, really. The lower fringes and any of the joints in between the armor plating on the armor itself. And we can also take a moment to hit the hilt guard and the pommel of the sword. So here, like I said, we're hitting the joints in between the armor sections on the armor. And the sections in between the red areas on the shoulder pad. So now we're using Snakebite Leather to hit up the leather harness and the belt. Going back to the Balthazar Gold, we're gonna touch up any of the areas that we missed. So now going back to Abaddon Black, we're going to touch up the armor sections that were missed in the first go through. Now we've got to be extra careful this time because we've already painted a lot of the detail work and we don't want to have to go back and repaint that. Alright, so now we're going to use Stormhost Silver, and we're doing just kind of a light to medium dry brush over the ridges in the plasma pistol, just to give it a kind of glowing effect. And now we're going to use some Iron Warriors layer paint just to give a little bit of edge highlighting to the blade. Now you don't have to do this, and if you go a little bit too heavy on washes after the fact, it can kind of blend these colors together and you don't really notice it. But if you want it to pop, just kind of hit any of the raised areas or any of the edges of the blade with the Iron Warriors, and it's a very strong contrast. Quick touch up with Auric Armor Gold to finish the helmet. And now an all-over null oil wash. This will also help disguise any areas that have been missed. Now when you do a wash after doing a plasma effect, make sure you don't do a wash over it. You really want that plasma effect to stand out nice and bright. And a quick wash of Agrax Earthshade on the sand, and the model is done. Alright, so thank you all for tuning in. This was the Chaos Space Marines Raptors. And I had some fun painting this model. I don't get to do plasma effects very often. So, thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future content. And we will see you in the next one. This is CS the Viking Gamer signing off. Remember, victory or Valhalla.